Hello guys and welcome to Spielberg, where we are gonna race on the Red Bull Ring. So start with, of course, Q1. I'm not gonna show you my lap because it wasn't great. So yeah, but I am gonna show you my lap time. So we've got through to Q2 with a 1:5.3, which is more than a second off the pace of my teammate. Then in Q2 I improved, I did better. I'm gonna show you again how we got through to Q2. I set a 1:4.7 and ROETGAH on his mediums and 1:4.8, so he's still really close and he's on a compound harder than me, so his pace must be phenomenal on this track. Then into Q3 we go. On our first lap we are gonna spin out, have front wing damage. We are lucky enough not to have broken any wheels and just damaged the front wing, or damaged it, it's completely off, but that is unfortunate. Then for my second run, well, I set a time, but it was again 1 second off the pace, so should improve really much. Alright, into the first corner we go. We do take it really good. ROETGAH is gonna give us a little bit of a slipstream, which is gonna give us a little bit of time. I'm 2/10 up on my previous time. I set the fastest first sector, so this should be a really good lap if we can continue this momentum. Then onto the second DRS straight. We do lose a little bit of time. Into the corner we lose a lot of time. Accelerating, we win again. All that time that we lost we win back, and even a little bit more, almost 3/10 up on our time right now. 4/10 out of the fast left-hander, the second fast left-hander. We win a little bit more time. We set the fast second sector. So we are on for a really good lap time. Let's see if ROETGAH can top this one. Then we have a massive oversteer moment. Get reset to the track and we force ROETGAH wide, which is gonna cost him his time. It's really unfortunate. I don't improve, so I'm gonna cross the line and I'm gonna start this race from P7. Really unfortunate there. That could have been a really great lap. Then we're gonna start with the race. It's 5 red lights, lights out, and away we go. I do get a good start. I stay on my position. I have someone on my right side who's already overtaken me. I go around the outside of Leclerc. Gasly forced me a bit wide. I have to take avoiding actions. I do stay ahead of Leclerc, so I've already won 1 place in the first corner. And I dive on Gasly into the second corner. I force him a little bit wide just to get a little bit time off of him. I put him overtake and I go past him as well on that straight. And we are behind Stroll. They're just, ooh, Stroll brakes really late there. And really hard, so I have to brake hard as well. But I've already won 2 places there, which is really good for my race already. P5. See what we can do from this position. And in lap 4, as we cross the line, we are really close to Stroll. We've got DRS. Stroll has also got DRS, so we really need to close the gap. We are a little bit quicker on the straight. We use a little bit of overtake. We put on rich mix. We're gonna do the same thing that we did to Gasly. Going in the inside of Stroll. He's still side to side. He's still side by side with me. Then onto the DRS straight we go. Put on a little bit of overtake. Rich mix, and we go into the corner together. He still is on the outside of me. I put him overtake button a bit just to gain a little bit more time, and I'm past him. Then on lap 5, I closed the gap to Hamilton. Was already really close. Close the gap right now. So see what we can do. He doesn't have DRS from anyone in front of him, so this should be an easy overtake. I'm on the inside. Of course, I go all the way out, so he can't get back at me. He does have DRS now though. I still run away from him. And we need to catch up to Bottas. 3.2 seconds ahead. And in lap 16. It's 3.2 seconds. 3 seconds. And my strategy said to come in right now, but I didn't, and Bottas came in. Let's see if we can gain some time on him. Let's see if we can gain some time on him. And one lap later we go in, because we can't gain any time. How far are we gonna be behind Bottas when we come out of this bit? We go on to a new set of mediums. Again, a late release for me. Here comes Bottas over the straight. I accelerate out of the pit lane. I should be 3 or 4 seconds behind Bottas, which means lost a little bit of time. Almost lost 1 second. I've lost more than a second in that pit stop. Then on lap 23. Finally close the gap to Bottas. I have better pace on the mediums than Mercedes do. Really good. Let's see what we can do in these last few corners. I have been given a 3-second time penalty, so I have to get past him and drive away 3 seconds. I have got DRS right now. I'm closing the gap on lap 26. Should be able to get him. DRS open, overtake button on, rich mix, got everything on to get him. We dive bomb him again on the outside. We brake really hard to avoid any contact with him. Then onto the second straight. He doesn't have DRS, I do. I'm really close to him, a little bit of overtake, and we go past him. Just have any say in that. Now we need to drive away from Bottas 3 seconds to get the P2 position. Then in lap 36 I've driven away 4 seconds from Bottas. ROETGAH has crossed the finish line in P1. I'm gonna take the P2 spot again, which is unfortunate for me, good for the team though. So let's go. Really good result here. And as you can see on screen, the standings will be there. Standings you can see, but not a lot of change in the drivership standings. I'm just gonna overtake Magnussen. I'm in P6 right now in the driver standings. ROETGAH is gonna extend his lead over Vettel by 50 points. So we are gonna walk away with Red Bull a little bit more. Now Mercedes have closed the gap to Ferrari, so that's gonna be a really interesting fight. Racing Point is gonna overtake Williams. So I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you in Silverstone.